All right, there you have it. Oleksandr Usyk dominates Tyson Fury in the latter rounds to win the rematch on points in Saudi Arabia. There you have it, guys. It was a very, very good fight. Not as exciting as the last fight, but it was a really good fight. And of course, my prediction was that Usyk was gonna stop Fury between round 9 to round 12. It didn't happen that way, but Usyk still won. I thought it was a much closer fight than the last fight. The last fight was not close. This fight was pretty close, but not close enough. I think Usyk, once again, as he always, does, as he always do, he takes over the fight in the latter rounds. That is something that is remarkable. It's something that it's just hard to understand how he sort of set a pace, and then from round 6, around round 8, 9, he sort of upped that pace, and it's very difficult for his opponents to keep up. Basically, when I did the fight review and I did my 5 things that Usyk needs to do, I talk about him setting the pace and basically carrying that pace from round 1 to round 12, and that is exactly what he did. I think the first, let's say 5 rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was back and forth really. Usyk won round 1, Tyson Fury won round 2, and then 3, 4, 5 was sort of back and forth. Really swing rounds. I wouldn't fault you if you gave it to the other fighter because of activity and Fury having some success here and there. So some uppercuts, some body shots, but then once again the tide of the fight started to turn in round 8 when Usyk started landing that left hook to Fury's chin and to Fury's head. He, once again, just as the last fight, he sort of invested a lot into the body. And then, as the fight goes on, naturally that lowers Fury's, right hand. And then Usyk then came up on top with a bit more success. I think it was a very good fight. Once again, not as excited as the last fight, but a very, very good fight because, as you can imagine, a lot was riding on it. Tyson Fury did not want to embarrass himself again. Usyk, wanted to put the pressure on and get the stoppage or the win on points because he doesn't really care. He just want to win, whether a stoppage or on point. Tyson Fury, though, with the way he was behaving, throughout the week and, the things that he was saying he was going to demolish, Usyk and he was going to end his career. I didn't really see any of that, if I'm honest with you. Right? He was aggressive, Tyson Fury, but he wasn't taking the risks that he needed to take to be able to demolish Usyk the way he said he was going to do. Fury had some success in this fight, but he wasn't come forward, taking risks, banging to the body and banging to the head and leaning all over Usyk. He tried to do that, but it's so difficult to do that against Usyk because he's such a good fighter. He's such a fantastic fighter. His footwork is incredible, right? And the way he sort of comes in, out, and then, sort of, he goes out on the left side. So it's really difficult to sing the uppercut in because he's in range and then he's out of range. And then it's really difficult to pin him down. And that happened all night long. And Tyson Fury couldn't, set his feet to really throw the hard shots because he was worried about what was coming back to him. Right? Because Usyk is going to punish you if you're not quick with your hands and your body shape. He's going to punish you, and Fury was really circumspect about that aspect of the fight. So for me, Fury did not do enough to win the fight. he did enough to survive, to stay in the fight, but he didn't do enough to win the fight. And Usyk then goes ahead and dominates the fight from the second half of the fight and wins on point. I think it's the right decision. I was a little bit, worried because I thought some of the judges might see it as a close fight and give the fight to Fury. That's what I was thinking that was going to happen because, we know it's in Saudi. We've just seen Dave Allen being robbed against, Johnny Fisher. So I was thinking, oh my God. But thank God the right man got his hands raised, which is Usyk. He won the fight fair and square. He was the better fighter on the night. He landed the better shots. He went to Fury's body really well. He landed the better head shots. He dominated the fight in terms of, ring generalship and being the one that dictated the tempo and the pace of the fight. He really dominated that fight. And he showed that he was the much better boxer, better fighter, on the front foot even, than Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was the bigger man and he was meant to, hold his ground and be the bigger man in there. And one thing that I talked about in my preview, that Fury should fight big. He should fight like the bigger man in there. He did that at times, but he could not sustain it, for the whole 12 rounds. And Usyk, as we know, he amps up the pace and the pressure as the fight goes on. And that's exactly what we've seen. So look, it's been a really good, fight. I don't think there's a need for a third fight because Usyk has shown that he's just a much better fighter and he's the best of this generation. Of course, there's a lot of content that I'm going to make about what Usyk needs to do next, what Fury needs to do next, what does it mean for Usyk's, career. There's a lot more that we're going to talk about over the week, over the months to come. But it's really good to see that, Usyk won two of the fights and he's been given the decision, that there was no dubious, scoring and judges trying to give the fight to, to the money guy, really, which is Tyson Fury. So that's really good to see. But this time around, Tyson Fury did better, but still not enough. He did better, but still not enough. Because Usyk is just a much better fighter than Tyson Fury. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think about it. How did you score the fight? I didn't score the fight. I'm gonna watch it again and score it because when I'm watching the fight, I'm so excited, I'm so amped up that I can't really take my time to really score the fight because I want to look at every detail which is going on. So I'm gonna watch the fight and score again. But if you did watch it, if you did score it, let me know in the comment section, how did you score the fight? Because I thought it was a little bit closer than last fight, but still Usyk won, and the right man got his hands raised at the end of the night. So let me know what you think about what I've said. Let me know what your predictions were, and how you scored the fight, and what you think about the fight in general. Like this video, guys, subscribe to the channel because it helps in terms of growing the channel. Please hit the like button because it doesn't cost you anything, but it's also a favor that you're doing me by liking the video, and that helps the content get out there for other people to also join this community. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.